Welcome to the Whiplash podcast, episode 2.
Number 2.
Featuring
It's a lot longer than I thought it would be.
Sam,
Hello.
Dylan,
I eat ass for a living.
and Jarl.
He stole my living.
I forgot
His
that your
name
name
in
on
Discord
here.
is that
Yeah.
one guy that eats ass.
I forgot. That's Jarl's nickname,
I'm the guy
not
who
mine.
sits here and eats the bowl flakes. This guy over here, he's the one that gives the front. I'm the back.
I do not eat ass. I need to clarify.
Jarl goes for the burnt chips you get in a Chex bag because they
Nah,
look
man.
most like
Chocolate
poo-poo
Cocoa
flakes. You get the Cocoa Puffs. So we don't have any topics. We had a whole week and we got nothing so far. We talked about a hippo at work today, which we discovered that hippos can run at 19 miles per hour at full speed, which is absolutely terrifing because hippos
How
are fucking
fast can a
huge.
human run?
I mean, are
Isn't it
you
like 10
Usain Bolt or are you
miles
me
max?
on the couch? I mean,
It's like
because there's a pretty big skill gap, Dylan. Hippos
An
don't need
average
skill.
human being is what we need to find out.
Average human being is like between 13 and 17 miles an hour or something like that.
Bull crap, I can run 17 miles an hour.
Average human
Maybe
being, Sam.
13. I think
How
I could be
fast can
lucky
the
if I
average
run like
All right,
5.
Google.
28 miles apparently is like the maximum running speed. What is the average, man? How fast is the average running speed?
See, that's
The
the thing
average
is
running
that
speed of a healthy adult human is probably somewhere in the range of 10 to 15 miles per
10
hour.
to
which is
15,
what I
pretty
was
close to what I
assuming.
said.
That's
That
I
sounds
think I went with 15.
It's a 13 to 17, so I'm in that range.
No.
So
I kind of got distracted and I looked up shoe sizes of the average man, and the average shoe size.
What? Why?
God damn it.
what was the average size?
The average size for men is 10, and then the new average size is 8 actually. So the average size for man's feet is 8.
Bunch of fucking fairies shrinking down.
I wear a size 11.5 to a 12, so
I wear a size 10 and a half since
I
like
wear, like,
ever.
A 9, I think.
I wear a size 6.5.
Okay, Sam, nobody asked you. This is man talk.
Sam's
I don't
also
care.
a Vajuji, so
Vegeta.
yeah.
I don't know
you
why,
should-
but it made me think of Vegeta.
Oh
or
yeah,
Attack
it did
the Devourer
as
of
well.
Vajuju.
So Sam, how's Kingdom Hearts?
I was about to
I
say
saw
that.
Okay.
coming.
God, yeah, I've seen that coming.
Don't spoil, but
Oh, I have nothing to spoil. I've played probably about an hour of the game.
Sam, are you walking
and
around the
I-
house?
I just came from the bathroom. I couldn't help it.
Why are you in
See,
the
I
bathroom?
thought I heard tinkling.
You heard nothing.
I
can't.
So Sam's joining us from the porta potty.
Oh no.
Why is there foot fetish in the
What?
podcast chat?
I just got done washing my
Jarl,
hands.
no, I'm
Get it the
deleting that.
fuck
Quiet.
out.
Played about a little over an hour, but I maybe only got 20 to 30 minutes into the game. Like I take
Really?
forever. I take forever when
She
it comes to like
takes a long
brand
time.
new games. Whenever it comes to a brand new game, explore the whole part of the game. So all the tiny little minute details. Oh, what's this shiny thing
Fucking
over here? Let me
close.
click on it. That's a collectible. Look at that. And then I start looking for all the fucking collectibles.
Sam, are you one of those people that when they pick up collectibles, you read all the information on it?
Yes, most definitely.
I do that too. What do you mean one of those people?
I do if it's the right game. Like if I'm
do you
invested
mean,
into the
you
lore and the
people?
story and whatnot, then I will. But I don't do it for every single. If it's some game I could really care less about and I'm like collecting them all for the achievement kind of thing, then I don't care. Like I'm saying if I'm specifically going for those in a playthrough, then fuck reading them all. But the right occasion, yes, I'm most definitely gonna read them.
Yes.
The last bit of lore that I read from something I picked up as a collectible or not, something that had a text display, was the last word in Destiny. Yours, not mine. And that was
What
it.
if mine is yours and yours is mine? Then we both.
The
agree.
last
Are we sharing?
last word's been put in Destiny 2.
Yeah, I know. So I've heard a couple things about this. The Destiny Reddit, and it's just constantly posting stuff about just like a single, like whatever's happening right now about current game-breaking stuff and current things that need to be fixed, or like nice quality of life improvements or something like that. And just like apparently a single Titan Super can clear all the enemies on a certain mission up to the boss room in just one super. It's just broken stuff like that, which is crazy that they just allow so much broken shit to flood their game.
And then they milk it until people demand it to be fixed.
If people want to be overpowered, then they can just literally load up any old Call of Duty game. I played a Modern Warfare 3 stream a couple weeks ago, and I got into a lobby with a dude who literally had aim hack. He had an aimbot on. I was streaming it. And I have the clip somewhere. It's on my old channel, but it was full on, just like, huh?
You have an old channel? What?
He was full on aiming at people's heads and just fully across the map, just like watching him slowly walk and then just snap aim a complete 180 onto your head, and you're like, oh, okay, that's 100% fucking aimbot, dude. And I started talking shit to him in the game chat. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Come in here on MW3 just being a dick cheese. Get over yourself.
On his old Steam account, this would have been like 2014, 2015. On the computer I'm using right now, he had purchased MW3 on there, and he went into the 3v3 playlist, the DLC one or whatever, and it was, of course, his PC, so there's just modders and shit like crazy, and there were 18 people on that map, and he stayed in that lobby for a few games because it was complete and utter chaos, and he ended up getting a VAC ban for it.
Well, yeah.
So, and it's not like he got any XP boost or anything unlocked or anything. It was just it was participating in this modded lobby.
Yeah.
He got banned off of it. So whenever I go onto that account, it's just like, yeah, hey, you have one VAC ban. Don't forget that one thing that happened 5 years ago.
It just, every time you load into the account, you just get to see like the 5-star mark on your back. It's like, remember the first time.
Well, no, I was trying not to be loud.
There we go.
You kind of need to be loud. You're really quiet otherwise.
Be loud. I'm black and Puerto Rican. You're gonna get real loud if I
Since
talk
when
loud.
are you Puerto Rican?
Since forever, you
Since you were
dumb
born.
I like how he said since forever, like he was Puerto Rican. He's like, since forever.
It's forever.
He's like Vic from fucking George Lopez. He's like, hey, we party, come on.
I miss George
Hey,
Lopez.
Chris,
I
don't
miss
think his
waking up at
parents are
3
very
a.m.
good at the Puerto Rican pullout.
They're not good at the Puerto Rican pullout. Do you know what the Puerto Rican pullout is, Sam?
No.
It's where
Sam,
you.
don't
It's
wanna-
where
no,
I'm
don't
making
tell
this
her.
up
Don't
as we
ruin her
go.
innocence.
I'm making this up as we go. I don't know what the actual term is, but my version of it is where you're going hard, raw, fast, bleeding, sweating, everything's going crazy. You pull it out, and you're like, I'd rather not have a baby, so you blow the load into your own mouth and spit it against the wall.
What the fuck?
What have you been reading? Why?
So I bought a fucking bongo drum.
He did.
Why? Why did you buy a bunk? I have 4 questions, all of them involving why.
I'm going to give you one answer, and it's going to answer all of your why questions. First of all, $22 for a bongo drum. And it also had a 4-star rating on Amazon. And I'm gonna be able to make some sick soundtrack music with it. Like, I've been trying to gather some cool stuff. I told Dylan about this when I'm working on. All right, hold on. For anyone who doesn't care, which is all of you, skip ahead like a minute. But we're talking about the book series for a second. Working on the next Origins miniseries.
You should buy the book. Pretty good deal. What is it? $15.99 for the book?
Something. It's as cheap as I can make it.
Oh yeah.
But basically, I have it for free. If I have them, I give it to you for free. I wouldn't even sign it because I don't want to reduce the value. But basically, I'm always finding cool, unique things to use as quote unquote instruments for making soundtrack stuff. Because with every book release comes with a soundtrack that goes along with it. So the first Origins had a 15 song soundtrack, and this next Origins miniseries is gonna have probably a 15 to 20 song soundtrack. And I even recorded some cool stuff. I told Dylan I recorded snapping dry spaghetti, which is going to be used as basically like a bone crunching sound. Trust me, it'll sound really cool when I'm done. But just know if you hear something that sounds like spaghetti, it's spaghetti. And I'm going to be using the bongos because I don't have any kind of percussion equipment here. I have a shitty acoustic guitar I got from Amazon for like $30 and it's awful. I got Sam's ukulele that I was using a little bit, which sounds really nice and pretty.
Oh my gosh.
Why does Sam
Hold
have
on.
the ukulele?
Don't play the
Because I have a
ukulele in the
ukulele.
podcast. I don't know how that's going to sound.
I'm not gonna play the ukulele. No, I just wanted to add to the fact, or add to the conversation
how I
about
serenade you?
doing instruments. No. Sorry, that sounded so weird. No. No. He came to me earlier. I think it was sometime last night or the. I think it was last night or the night before. And he's like, Sam, I was kind of like using your ukulele to like make some sounds for the soundtrack or just, play around with it. I was like, okay, so what'd you come up with? And he's like, so he's like, which one? I just recently bought a mortar and pestle.
No,
which,
no,
if
no,
you don't
no,
know,
hold on. No, I did not use your ukulele for that.
yeah, I thought you did.
No. I told you she got the story all wrong. It shows how well she listens.
Well,
I
then it was the guitar.
had the guitar, and I said
I just know it was a string
after
instrument,
after I had gone over it, which is what she was about to say. She got a mortar and pestle, and I used the pestle to scrape along the guitar strings to make a really eerie crying sound. I used it on the guitar, and I said, "Hey, I wonder what that would sound like if I used the ukulele, which is a nice sounding instrument." And she got super defensive.
I did.
So check your
I
facts.
was like, don't use that on my ukulele. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, then I guess I'll just stop talking.
No stopping. Sam, tell us about Kingdom Hearts.
No, I haven't even played that much. It just like.
Well,
Alright,
you had a
fine,
big
fuck
gripe
Sam.
with it. What was your
I
biggest
can bring
gripe with
up
it?
a topic.
Okay, well, the biggest gripe, and me and Dylan kind of touched on this a little bit, probably a
guys
couple of
touching?
hours ago.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking God. Okay, we were talking about this, and he had said something which actually kind of dawned on me that, yeah, it probably is the biggest problem. The game, at least as far as I played, which isn't very far, it's completely cutscenes. Like,
Mhm.
sometimes, especially in the
That's
Final
Kingdom
Fantasy
Hearts, though.
series, in the Final Fantasy games or whatever, you have your clip scenes, or I'm sorry, not
Cutscene.
clip scenes, cutscenes. Shut up. You have your cutscenes, but then you also have just regular dialogue where the dialogue will pop on screen. It'll look like the character's talking, blah, blah, blah. You click through it. If you want to read it, you can. If you don't, you just keep clicking through it. So far, there has been no dialogue that you can, like, read at all. If you got subtitles, that's cool, but the entire game is just cutscenes. Sometimes they're, actually, no, I'm pretty sure they're all good. Like, I haven't seen, like, a shitty cutscene.
So
Like,
you're
some of
saying
it's,
is,
like,
in the game, there's not much gameplay yet.
no, there's gameplay. It's just when the characters are talking or
there's no
characters are
skippable
interacting with each other-
dialogue.
Not even just skippable dialogue, just dialogue that you can read. Like, nothing
I
like
don't
that. Like, it's
understand.
all talking. It's all, like,
I don't
video,
understand
like-
what you mean. There's no dialogue that you can read. That like the cutscenes don't
Yeah.
have captions.
Yes. Well, no, like, okay,
I'm confused.
Chris, Final Fantasy X. Just think about.
Okay, I'm
think
thinking about
this for a
Final Fantasy
second.
X. I'm loving it.
Okay.
Ha 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 ha. All right, I got it in my head.
So you know how that right there is a cutscene. They're talking. They're
Yeah.
actually talking. The characters are talking. Now let's just say that you're in an area where you're exploring, and you're talking with the characters or whatever. You're talking with just people. You're exploring. You interact with a person. It's not just interacting with a person and you read their dialogue. Like,
It goes
Like,
straight to
your
a
voice
cutscene.
it goes straight to, like, basically, yeah, it's
Oh.
just straight to a cutscene. It's all
So there's
cutscene.
no like a character, like you're not attached to your character when there's dialogue. Every time you go to talk to something or interact, it goes to a cutscene where you can't move your character. You're just watching it. I see what you're saying.
kind of.
I know what you're
kind
saying.
of. Like, sometimes you can control your
Okay,
character,
well now I
but
have no idea what you're talking about.
no, it's
lost me.
just there's always talking. Like, there's no not talking. And a lot
Sounds
of the
annoying.
talking that they have, it just sounds, a lot of the dialogue sounds kind of corny. Like, it's almost like instead of trying to go towards, like, not a mature game, but just more like a, it seems like the game is made for kids. And I mean that as, like, made for, like, younger kids, like
Well, the
10
game
to
wasn't.
12.
It's a Disney game.
I know it's a Disney game, but it's got,
But
It-
the thing is, 90% of the people that are playing this game are all people who played the first two
I was about to
15
which
say
years
we
that.
ago.
waited, 15
So-
years for. So,
10.
Okay, let them have their Disney.
Granted, it's
No.
it's gonna appeal to children because of the art style and just the overall.
Disney
Theme.
and Pixar.
yeah, it,
Yeah,
and it
But
does.
let's be real, it's a bunch of 30-year-olds playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least it's
really
not a
is,
bunch
though.
of neckbeards. Like, it seems like people who genuinely have
No,
a
it kind
niche
of
game
is.
that they
It
enjoy.
is a bunch of beards. I
Well,
literally
shit.
sold, like, a bunch of
I
copies.
just shaved my chin
I know
earlier today.
It was bad, for real. She did that and also her nipples.
That's gross. If you have to shave your nipples, I think I shaved my nipples once like 5 years ago.
Dude,
so, like,
I pluck random chest hairs. I'm like, no! Testosterone be
like-
damned!
Shut
It's because like years ago I didn't have like any hair. Not that I'm not a hairy person in general, but I have a little
He's
bit more
fucking
hair on my chest
filthy.
now.
Wait, are we talking about Dylan's pedo stash?
No,
Yeah, it's
fuck
pretty
you.
good.
You want to get banned from this server? I can
Christmas
make it
only
happen.
comes once a year for Dylan.
I don't know.
I've been using that joke for like 3 days. I made one joke at work. We were talking about like I had some really funny like just pedophile jokes because there's no boundaries when we're at work. We're fucking bored. So I had some really good comebacks, and then there was one I ended with, which was Santa only comes once a year, but I don't, or something like that. Or I like Santa comes only once a year. I'm not Santa, or something like that.
Jesus.
It's fucking funny.
I think it was, but I'm not Santa. That threw
Yeah.
me off guard. I wasn't expecting it. Jesus, let it go, Chris.
We're talking about pedophiles. Sam, Kingdom Hearts.
What?
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts.
How old
I
is
won't
Sora
lie.
now?
He hasn't aged at all.
Yeah. But I won't lie though, the game looks really good. Like it's so pretty to look at, and I mean, there's some parts where it's just like, that looks a little too cartoony. But
Yeah,
you
what
can
what
tell.
part? The talking duck or the talking dog?
don't know
No,
what
they
you're
do.
talking
They look good. Like even for Disney
you're
characters, they just look good. Like they just look nice. It's cool because basically the way that the game looks now is what the nice clip scenes, the nice cut scenes look like in the first game. But that's like all the time they look like that. It's nice how much it's progressed in.
Yeah,
Just
so
how
such is the
they're-
That's
advancement of the
because I'm not
technology.
talking loud,
yeah,
Chris, you
it looks
fat
nice.
whore.
And then I won't lie, when you first start the game, okay, the way that they have you basically in every single, or at least to what I can remember, every single Kingdom Hearts game kind of starts you off in like this black room that's got this
Racist.
really pretty mosaic on the floor, and then it has you choose choices. You choose if you want to be
Is there-
wise, if you want to be strong, or if you want to be carried, or whatever. If you'd rather have wisdom, bravery, or courage, or blah blah blah, just certain things to make it basically just increases your stats in different directions.
Yeah, it's
um,
just skill allocation.
Yeah,
Skill
but the way
allocation.
And that, like,
but the way that it was,
Is there an eating ass option?
or like
No.
suicide. Like, what if you
No.
don't want to choose any of the three and you just jump off the edge? Is that
And you
possible?
become
You can't
a
jump
part
off
of the
the edge.
black room.
you can't jump off the edge.
What if I like cut my heart out with one of the weapons they give me and I become
Hey,
heartless?
They don't actually give you a weapon.
They
Sam,
give you
I'm
a
just
big
pulling
key.
the strings and hoping to make this difficult, but you're not.
Just-
playing along. What
They
Let me
give you a
finish, let me
key
finish.
that's also a sword, and if you stick the key in people, it unlocks their death.
Oh, my headphone just fell out.
Shout out to Red versus
I
Blue.
can only hear you guys halfway.
That's
Wow.
great. But the way that it starts
That's
off is you
great.
can hear as you're getting ready to pick these options, you can hear like this choir in the background, and it's very eerie, but it's very eerie and suspenseful in a way, but not in a scary way, like in a very like what's gonna happen way. And when I heard it, I was singing along to it just because I played the game so much. I knew exactly the notes that they were going to say. And I was getting chills the entire time. It took me like maybe 10, 15 minutes to get this part just because I was just so nostalgic. I'm starting to get like a little choked up right now, but it's just like, it felt really good to be able to hear. And the fact that I could hear all the fucking game menu sounds, the little like beep, boop.
I don't know about you kids, but she's
Like-
getting really excited for this game.
I
right now.
was.
good.
It's just because it's
She's been
one of
playing Rayman and a bunch of
I
other
have.
shitty fucking games, so I'm glad to
I
see
have.
I'm glad I can hear her going
have.
like, "No, Goofy, don't do that, you silly fucking dog," and as opposed to "Fuck this fucking Rayman, don't shit, I didn't make that jump," just listening to her scream your fucking head off
I
in
have
the living
not
room.
I have not like talked to a video game in a more positive way than I have in this game, and I've only played it for maybe an hour. I was just like, wait, is that the same voice? That's not the same voice actor for that. Oh my goodness, yes it is. Like I'm probably
Yeah.
brick walling right now, but
I've been hearing it.
I heard I'm sure I've been saying it loud enough he could probably hear
And
it
it's
from the
fine.
office.
That's good.
It does. It just makes me so happy to just notice small details that they leave in there, whether it's in reference to like the original like movie or whether it's reference to like the original games or
Wait,
whatever. It's just
movie?
nice.
Okay, so Sam had her Kingdom Hearts chunk.
I
Realm
did.
Royale, am I right?
I was about to say, so Sam's been playing that.
God.
I just got Dylan into playing Realm Royale last night, which I
Jesus.
played one night before. You haven't even fucking played it. I don't want to hear any of your cockamamie bullshit from the fucking peanut gallery.
Cockamamie.
Getting in the forge. Get the shotgun. Blah,
Here,
blah.
it's because it's fun. I'm going to go ahead and explain Realm Royale if you don't know what it is. And for those people who are like, yeah, we know what it is. It's been on PC for shut up. It just came to Xbox fairly recently, so we've just been experiencing it. I know that Jev played some of it. I know Drifter talked about it. I know a few people who have played it and blah, 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 and have played a little bit. And they're like, oh, yeah, blah, it's fun. Basically, Realm Royale is from the same studio that makes the game Paladins, which is free on Xbox as well, which is a hero shooter that honestly just kind of straight up plagiarizes Overwatch and a bunch of other games with their characters, not just the characters, but abilities and general designs. Like, there's literally Soldier in the game. He's just not Soldier. He's Soldier, but not Soldier. It's silly, but the game is really fun. The same studio made Realm Royale, their Battle Royale version, and their take on the whole genre. Essentially, it looks exactly like Paladins, and Fortnite had a shitty child. If you like Fortnite, you'll like this. If you like Paladins, you'll like this. I don't like Fortnite, but I like Paladins. But the only thing I do like about Fortnite, which Dylan can agree, is the core game itself without the building. The building is the worst part about Fortnite, and then the community second after that. Realm Royale is essentially, instead of having like PUBG has weapon attachments where basically what you put on your gun is gonna obviously make it better. Fortnite doesn't have that. It has gun rarity, and then it has its building. Realm Royale has the gun rarity part of it, but instead of building, it has abilities and different character classes you can play as that have different like passive abilities and such you can use.
I was only expecting to want to play for like a match or two because it's similar to Paladins, as we said, and I wasn't a huge fan of the game. It's not bad, and I had fun, but in the grand scheme of things, meh. It's pretty easy though.
Yeah, that's the appeal behind it. It's like Fortnite in the fact that you jump in, you play, and it's easy. You can get kills. It's not hard to play the game, unlike PUBG, where movement and basic interaction with the world is a chore, and you don't even get paid for it. It's just shit.
How are you supposed to play a game where you have to kill?
Huh?
What if you're a pacifist? What if I don't want to kill? What if I just want to walk around and make some friends?
Then
you
we
can,
have
but
a
you're gonna
solution
get
for you.
killed.
Make some friends.
We have a solution for you, which is you can go ahead and just ride a horse all you want. Because
Yeah, but then what if I don't like touching animals and I think riding a horse pats
Then you
it down
run.
makes
then
it
you
seem
don't
like
play the
a
game, Joe, and you play some other shitty game. It's as easy as that.
Play some other shitty game.
I believe Dylan said he wanted to start doing. Somebody said they wanted to start doing the Minecraft world again.
Yeah, that was me.
Hi, that was me? No,
That was me.
Uh,
It was
It
literally.
It was Sam.
It's literally me because
Dylan's literally the guy in the pic.
no, he's not.
it may seem shitty, but to try to boost up Chris's channel to get a little bit of views going, I've been going to bed every night with the Minecraft streams playing through because they're a couple hours each, and just watching them over again before I sleep and then hearing it while I'm asleep has just been really making me want to go back and play. Considering we left off with us trying to go somewhere in the water, we all died and lost all of our good shit, and then we did something with the Tower of Pimps.
Rewind. I survived.
Okay,
Sam
you survived.
We
But I died, and that's what matters.
died because you two went down there without my potions I handed you, and then you drowned and got murked by the fish.
Irrelevant.
I always try to save you guys and end up dying. I'm over there building the Starship Enterprise, and you guys are like, let's go down, swim at the Guardian's place. It's like, no. And then we all die.
I mean, for a solid like half a year of that Minecraft stream, I did get lost, and I was by myself for like a big portion of the time.
Oh my god.
Listen, woman, I will
Oh,
come over
God.
there and kiss you.
Oh,
No thanks.
Jarl, you
Super-
sound really good. Keep it up.
Thanks, Dad. Don't forget to pack a cigarettes when you come back.
It was good until he went.
I went, what? I didn't make no sound effects. Or then my mic did.
It was just a mic thing.
Oh.
It was like you went "Ah!" into your mic.
What am I, a goose? Or
What
is
are
it-
you? Fuck geese, am I right?
They'll kill you, dude.
All geese deserve to
I got
die.
a story. There was
Oh,
this
no.
one time when we were living in Michigan, and I went for a walk by myself. Sam was at work, and we lived near this Shiawassee River, which, by the way, was just a big mud pit river. It was disgusting, but it ran right through the middle of the town we lived in, Owasso. I was walking along the water, along just like a I don't know. It went through the path I walked went over a bridge, by the water, by the school, by the Owasso Middle School bus station. Charles gone. He went to VR chat. The middle school bus station.
Didn't mean to do that.
And as you went along, there was some residential area. There was like a little football stadium that they had, and then you would end up going behind a movie theater. There was a lot. It was a city, so there was a lot of stuff packed in. Which, by the way, Sam, I miss that. We need to move back into a small city.
Why?
Because I miss walking on a sidewalk and getting to places close by and being able to say, I'm going to go walk to fucking Sunoco instead of like, well, I'm going to go drive 15 minutes to get the same 2 fucking Monster Energy drinks every fucking day. So anyway.
Hey, guess what? We live in New Hampshire, so you have to do that fucking anywhere.
We'll go to
Oh,
Meredith.
you guys live in New Hampshire?
Sam, Jesus Christ, you want to get my social too?
Yeah, I do.
Remind me of that story, Dylan, of that lady at work with the Instagram post.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, remind me of that after the story. But
There
I'm
you
going to be
go.
talking for a section. Basically, I was walking along that there's this patch of grass by the parking lot, and at the patch of grass, there was a bunch of people gathered. Some dude on his motorcycle who was like obviously cosplaying as a motorcyclist because he was not badass in the slightest. He didn't even have a fucking
Wait, you
beard.
cosplaying as a motorcycle?
As a
or the
motorcyclist, as like a biker. As a biker.
Wow.
But he didn't have a beard, so he was a total pussy. So they were standing around this like pack of geese. There was always like ducks and geese over there. And there was this one goose. It was like a little gooseling. It was like a Ryan gooseling laying on its fucking
It's a
back.
gosling.
It's a gooseling. That was the joke, Sam.
It's a-
Thank you. It was
Oh,
lying
okay.
on its back, and it couldn't get up. And it was like going like quack, quack, quack. It was like screaming for mercy. It was either screaming to be saved or to be killed. There was no in between. So it was flailing on its back, and then there was this other like massive white goose that was like defending it, but also bullying it. It was like the weak one of the herd. It was like, hey, you can't get up. Fuck you, nerd. It was like kicking dirt in its face.
You do know goose and geese, or whatever you call those behemoth of a being of a creature that needs to be burned in hell. They're actually demons.
Yeah, I know,
Fuck
and that's
these.
what I'm gonna get
They
to.
deserve to die.
That's what I'm gonna get to, which is I was like, yo, I was like, what's going on here? And there's like, oh, it's flipped over. It can't get up. But every time we try to help it get flipped over, the mother goose tries to actually kill us. So I'm like, oh, really? They would, yeah. So it was kind of like doing like circles around this thing. So I wait till it got some distance away, and I ran over and I grabbed this like Ryan gooseling on its mid torso, and I tried to roll it, and it wouldn't get up. And then the thing was like, wah! Like screamed at me, flipped its wings out, and pulled out a fucking machete and came for my neck. So I went, okay. So I backed up, and they're like, yeah, man, I know we tried that. I'm like, really? No shit, dude. Thanks. I'm gonna try it again. Watch. So the mother goose backs up. I run over that, grab this thing, and I completely like judo flip it onto its legs, and then the mother goose runs at me and even like leaps a little bit and tries to like goose claw me, whatever the hell it does. Again, going straight for the jugular. I flipped over the goose and I saved its life. But I'm pretty sure they probably pecked it to death on the water after, because like I said, it was the weak one in the herd, and they were just gonna leave it behind. They were like bullying it, so I'm pretty sure it like, just kind of like didn't know what to do after they all left once it got on its feet, and it probably died of loneliness or got murdered by the other ones. So whatever, I feel good. I helped it get on its feet. I was like, yeah, what's up, little goose? You're welcome. Come home with me.
You know what's really funny about that is that I hated living in that area and just the living situation we were
living
in.
situation was shit. We were impoverished. It was horrible.
It was horrible. But I was just so
correct. I don't think
just like
it's pronounced.
I
Yeah,
was
it
just
is.
such an empty husk when I was living there that I don't remember this story at all.
Even though I
Empty
did tell her.
husk.
None
She
whatsoever.
was an
I don't know
emotionless, soulless being.
whatever you told me, if you told me, if you didn't tell me, there are so many things I don't remember being out there. Like I spent 2 years out there and I don't remember maybe a quarter of my time there. It was just a blur of just work, sleep a little, work. Yeah, get shit on at work, maybe eat in between because I was mostly starved while working all the time.
Yeah,
And then work,
we were
work,
actually we were
work.
on food stamps, and I was like working my shitty job where I was getting like 12 hours a week, and sometimes I'd have like 8 days in a row off, which was fantastic to get work done, but I was making no money. And then it was just like, well, we have our food stamps. Oh, never mind, we lost those. That's cool. So no
Yeah.
food stamps. I just
Wait,
lost
why'd
my
you lose your
job.
food stamps?
it was like Sam started making too much money to have food stamps, but it was only enough for us to still survive. Like she was making enough to pay the bills, to pay her car insurance, to get gas, to do all that kind of stuff. But we were still like, so we having, fucking the Raisin Bran Crunch again for breakfast and dinner and lunch. And it was
Chris, why didn't you just go on the corners of the streets, get your knees a little?
There were plenty of corners.
That's on Door Highway.
No, dude,
That's
there
like
was this.
45 minutes away.
We had a fucking corner of a sidewalk. First of all, I almost just said one of all. First of all, there was a fence that got plowed into by a big truck. It got fucking destroyed. But by that fence, luckily this girl wasn't there before. There was a little girl who was selling lemonade. She had that corner. She had the market cornered on that street. She was like, "Hey, you have meth? Fuck you, bitch! I got lemonade." We bought some. It was 50 cents. It was great.
It was great lemonade. It was actually. I don't
She's
even
like,
care if
"Thank
that
you."
shit was like powder. She was so cute. She's like,
It was
"Thank you."
like 92 degrees with the blazing heat because there's no trees anywhere in Michigan and clouds don't even go near it unless they're there to dump snow in the middle of June.
See,
So
instead of
there's-
paying the child 50 cents, you could have paid her a little bit something more, and then caused her a life sentence.
Yeah, because little girls are
Anyways.
like, "Hey, lemonade for 50 cents, or I'll blow you for $1." Like that's what. little girls
Anyways,
say.
so speaking of blowjobs and sex-related things, Chris, want to talk about your Instagram experience?
Yeah, there was an Instagram thing that happened. There's this.
Wait, what?
No. It's
Sam's
so-
like, SpongeGar, what?
Sam. Don't worry, I'm gonna shower later.
Wait, what? Again?
What?
So basically, I was at work, 2 days ago or something like that, and I got an Instagram. I got like a DM on Instagram, like whatever, but it wasn't on my main account. It was on the book account. So I have it all linked. Obviously, I have like multiple Instagram accounts, so if I get a message, it just pushes through anyway. So I switch over to the book account, and I see a DM from somebody who my mom's Instagram account follows, but she doesn't really use it. But still, I see that, and I think, oh, maybe this is somebody that my mom knows. It looks like a lady my mom might know. And I know for a fact her Instagram account was active as normal upwards to that point because she had been following the book account for a while. So on the book account, I don't care. I follow like anyone on there. So I followed back for the hell of it. And she had a regular account. Things were whatever. And then all of a sudden I got like 9 messages in a row. I'm like, okay, wonder what this is. And there was a bunch of pictures and one video. I click on one of the pictures and it's like her birthday. I'm like, what's this? Okay, her birthday. Interesting. And then I click on another one and it's her address. And then I click on the video and it's a zoomed in picture of her beating her roast beef. And then I go to her account, like, what the fuck is happening? So I go to her Instagram account, and in the description, it was like everything was deleted and locked, but in her bio for Instagram, it said, "Am a fucking bitch, here's my social," and it was her social security number, just on her bio for Instagram. I'm like, okay, this person clearly has an ex-boyfriend that was really unhappy with her and got a hold of her account. And I looked at all the other pictures. It was her social. It was a credit card number, where she lived, her birthday, her full name. I was like, I have this woman's life in my hands. Report. I reported the account like 9 times until it got taken down very quickly. But there was no option.
Taken down?
Yes, it did. There was no option that I could find that was, this a person's account has been hacked, take it down immediately. It was all like, this a person's impersonating somebody. This a person is, but there's nothing I could do to like immediately hide it because her social was in her bio. Yeah. Take this shit down now, Instagram CEO. Listen to me, you. Just do it real quick because I don't know who this person is, but nobody deserves to have that out there. So come on. But it was just like, yeah, I got a video of your vagina and all of your information, so I don't know what this is. If this is a pass or what's happening. Don't ever get a pressurized cum blast for me if you have chapped lips, because I will split every piece of flesh on your lips, and you'll be bleeding.
I've been slapped by a pressure hose. That hurts.
Yeah,
that wasn't a racist joke.
I was pressure washing somebody's deck once working with my dad, and I was like, this hose sprays really hard enough to peel the grime off from a wooden porch. I wonder what... Yep, it peeled my fingers back. That is horrific. Oh my God. I need help. Dad, are you there? Is that
Here's
God?
some duct tape, Chris.
Yeah, for real
Glue
though.
your fingers together.
For real though, I was just like, I wonder how, and it was like right at the mouth of the nozzle. I didn't even like put my hand like an arm's length away. It was right at the mouth. I'm like, how would that feel? And within a millisecond, my index and my middle finger, I don't have fingerprints anymore. They got peeled away. They literally, the first layer of flesh like rolled up to the tip of my fingers. I'm like, holy fuck, that's pressurized.
It's pressurized.
Like, Dad, help. I could see
How
Morgan
old were you?
Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Oh man,
And
I must
today
have been
was
like
the day
13.
that Christopher realized how
had no milk for his
pressurized
cereal.
a pressure.
And soon he'd be going to the grocery store. I wish I had all my Vine likes, because even though I hated Vine, there were some fucking funny Vines I had in my likes.
See, I didn't hate Vine. I loved Vine.
I hated it because I hated Viners. I hated all those
Why
fucking
is it sound
people.
racist?
You hated the popular Viners.
I hate because they weren't funny.
Hey. Listen here, you.
Listen
All right?
here, you.
Listen here, you.
All right, you. You listen.
Listen,
here.
Yugi!
Oh!
My name.
My leg!
But actually,
I love
Viners
your
were
leg.
some of the most unfunny people ever. It was literally like, "Hey, that's my girlfriend." What? Run! Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. It was fucking shut up. There was every single Vine was the same fucking joke and the same music cues. It was like, wow, are we gonna do this? That's crazy. Having there's some like shitty like R&B music, and then just like puts people making stupid faces, dancing, and then it turns black and white, and then it cuts. There was no joke, no punchline. It was awful. They were just fucking noise. It was just white noise of unfunny people with over-edited 6-second long videos that were the fucking cancer of everything I've ever known and loved on the internet. You understand the absolute mountain of hatred I have for Viners. All those fucking F words.
Just the
Yeah,
popular
man,
Viners.
fuck the flamingos.
I hate flamingos. But there were funny ones because there were people who had like a niche to their vines. It was like, smoke is bad for you. And then you get into like a fight. And then you
Oh,
had the
God.
fucking, then you had what's his face, Water Malone. I always forget his name. But like you had some people who had like Water Malone. That guy.
Watermelon. His name is Marlon Webb.
Marlon Webb.
Webb.
Yeah, there you go. You have some actual people who had like a niche to their Vine account, whereas you had other people who were just like, "Hey, we're collaborating with another Viner. It's instantly funny."
So I'm gonna change the topic because I want to.
No,
So
I'm
speaking
fucking
of-
mad.
So speaking of me bringing up flamingos, I saw a photo either when I
the
woke
snow?
up or
Saw
last
it.
night. Yeah, fuck you. Anyways, for the other two people, okay, fuck no, I fucking can't stand it. Hey, Jarl, here's this porn hentai I saw last night. It has a
Itadaki
pink-haired vampire. Oh, here's this fucking. This is what it's called.
wait.
Next
She's a
day,
succubus.
no, shut the fuck up. The next day, I go to work. I'm like, hey, Chris, I talked to Jarl about this. I was on Pornhub. I saw this hentai, and it's like a vampire girl. I didn't give any hair color. Nothing. It's a vampire girl. It's like, oh, it's this, and names
It's
the fucking
Itadaki
title.
Saeki. I know it by heart. I know.
Yeah,
it.
that girl.
Yeah,
I'm like,
dude, she's fucking awesome.
do
I
you
love
have
her.
a life at
Yeah.
all?
This is my boyfriend, and what's funny is
You're
I've
just
seen that one
jealous
too.
that you
Yeah, I showed
skill.
it to you.
It
It's called a
pisses me
skill.
off.
No, I've seen it
Called a
before you.
skill.
You did not see
I
it
just
before me.
remember. I know. I just remember you said, "Oh, I have this." You showed it to me.
Yeah,
that
like I
you
have
had
this.
it.
It's saved. It's on my computer.
God.
I showed Jarl my Overwatch folder the other
Jesus.
night.
It was weak.
Oh my.
And,
It was
yeah, because
weak.
it's because I haven't updated it in like 8 months. And then we went on 4chan in the adult gift section.
So-
and I'm like, no, listen, it was
no,
like the
we don't
first
talk. No, you shut up right
No,
now.
all right.
It was the
I was
first
just
thing
saying, Dylan,
clicked
go
on,
back
it
to
was
the
a video.
flamingo. I was just
Hold
gonna-
up, it was a video.
So the flamingo thing, I want to clarify what it was, in case anyone's
Yeah.
wondering, was basically a flamingo in the snow, and it was like we're at half a flamingo, now we're at full flamingo. It was like the snow covered the flamingo. Dylan, and I literally saw that while waiting for the podcast to start. So it's not like I knew about it. It was like, oh look, a flamingo. That's not very funny.
I
Moving on
can't
to
have
the next
anything
thing.
without
I
Chris
don't get
knowing
it.
of it first.
I was
Chris
about
and
to
I's
whistle.
brains are fucking blank. He did by a whistle.
Sometimes I
The right-
don't say things because I know Dylan's about to say. I swear to God. I swear
I
to
do-
God.
I do it too.
I'm not joking. I'm not being funny. I'm not being facetious. We'll be at work. I'll be having a conversation with Seth. Like the four of us, like me, Sam, Dylan, and Seth will be talking, and then something will be said, and it'll pop in my head, and I'll hold the thought. I'll be like, nope, and then Dylan will say it on fucking cue, and I'm like, yep, there it is. There it fucking is. Dylan immediately said it as I was about to say it, and the only reason I held it is because we would have said it at the exact same time.
The
The
worst
exact
thing
same time.
is the exact same thing happens to me, except I usually don't hold it in. And we'll say the same fucking thing, and we just stare at each other like, who's gonna say something first?
No, and I
Who's
look
gonna
at you,
throw
and
the
I'm like,
first
get
punch?
the fuck out of my head.
I love this.
We don't. It gets
It's annoying.
irritating. Because it's like at least once a week that we say something at the same time. I don't even want to know how many times we fucking think the same thing.
I want to know how many times when we're both at home in our own rooms and I say something and you say it at the same time. I'm just like, God, it's hot in here. And then Dylan's like, God, it's hot in here. And it's like, we don't even know. Like, we don't even fucking know how far this goes.
Do you
One
think
thing I'm going to say that Dylan definitely won't ever say is, man, that was a good fuck.
I saw that coming.
Hey, my battery's fully charged, my phone, just to update you guys. I was tired before this, but my Switch is fucking broken.
See what you did, Chris.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gone. Just out of curiosity, this is
No.
actually kind of a. I was looking at my yarn. I
Sorry to
actually kind of have
disappoint
a
you.
thing. No, I have a thing for crocheting, and I technically can
You have
knit.
a fetish for crocheting?
Not a fetish. I just like to crochet. I just
Girl
will
fetish.
occasionally, I will occasionally do it as a hobby. Anyway, if you guys
Like
could
oral?
pick a specific item that you would like to wear that was either
Aluminum.
crocheted or knitted, what would you want to wear? Would you want to wear a hat? Would you want to wear a scarf? Would you like
Panties.
gloves?
Sam,
Like,
you should
out of-
make me a
out of-
scarf.
Out
Banana
of those
hammock.
three things, out of those three things, those are your choices: A, B, or C. A hat,
Sam,
a
could you
scarf,
make me
or
a
gloves?
scarf?
a scarf. Yes.
I
What?
choose
the
an
only thing I
ABC
don't-
scarf.
like, Quite literally,
Sam, Can you
it's
make
the only
me
thing I don't have.
a pair of glasses?
No.
I mean, theoretically, yes, but she won't.
Dylan, what colors do you want? Do you want
What colors are available?
anything you want?
Anything you want.
Anything?
Anything.
Anything?
Any color.
Black.
Okay. And do you want two cone or two
Two cones?
Fucking Christ.
I'd like a
Do you
double
want-
scoop,
Back to
please.
Dude,
want it
Chris,
two
I think
tones?
Sam misses the dairy.
I do miss the dairy so much.
She definitely needs practice drawing ice cream.
Shut up. We don't serve hard serves. F you.
I'm hard served.
I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
My God.
Listen,
So
not all of us have short hair and like to complain about women with bigger tits, okay?
That hit home.
yeah, it did. Thanks, Jarl. Appreciate
It's
that.
okay. I have a tiny penis. Fine.
No, it's
The
not.
worst
I
thing is, Jarl, you don't.
struggled with that my whole life.
Yeah, let's talk about how
Dylan.
YouTube blow
Alright,
each other on a
let's-
regular basis.
I realized with that statement, with no context, it sounds really
Dylan,
bad.
didn't he just sound like the goblin in Realm Royale?
Chris mentioned us blowing each other, and then you cackled. So cackle.
Yeah, on command.
I can't cackle on command. That's not how this works.
Sam, we're not asking
Sam.
you.
So nobody asked for your input.
Chris mentioned Dylan, how do you know Jarl on such a normal basis? And then Dylan
No,
was
he
supposed to give a
didn't.
reply.
An oral basis?
I don't
No,
know.
we were in a
Use that.
group chat, and then I don't know. Somehow Jarl's dick managed in there.
No. What had happened was Allie was talking smack.
What had happened
Yeah.
was.
All right. She said I wouldn't send one, and I was like, "Bet, don't challenge me."
Don't add that in the
Oh
fucking
my
podcast.
God.
Remove that.
Why?
Beep.
You know how many
No.
Anyways, back to the normal shit.
Dylan fucks children?
Jesus Christ.
Consensually, that's important. Keep that in there.
No.
He's like,
No.
hey, you want to? They're like, I don't know you, but okay.
No, he
Stop.
doesn't do it
It's
consensually.
like, hey, Dylan's like, have you seen this hentai? It's about a vampire girl.
Why am I being targeted? I've done nothing.
Real quick. Can you talk about his little Facebook fan base he got going on right now?
Yeah, and how he's so selfish and doesn't share anything of mine to anybody, to all of them.
I have been sharing your
Dylan's like, I
things.
have 3,000 friends on Facebook, but fuck you if you want me to share
5,000.
one thing.
I know. I haven't seen Dylan post anything about Chris's podcast, anything about his videos.
Yeah, hey, they've
memes
nothing about
and
me.
stuff.
Nothing about me. Dylan's like, don't just be like, hey, I'm on a podcast. What? It doesn't even have to be about Chris. It could just be I'm on a podcast. He because he's
No,
super
not
just
he
like
could,
I'm
he
not gonna
would.
share anything about anybody else on my page because and he doesn't give an answer
That's not it at all.
because it's not a selfie.
Why am I
So-
being targeted?
I'm just saying, Dylan, if you did post it, you could even just put it on there and just be like, hey, I'm on a podcast. And then they'd be like, whoa, you're on a podcast and get me views.
Well, the thing is, one, it doesn't work that way. People
mean,
seem
it
to
does.
think numbers automatically mean something. For the example, Chris, you had 5,000 subscribers on the old account,
Yes.
but that didn't mean every single one even saw the videos because of YouTube and blah,
Yes,
blah,
but
blah,
Dylan.
all the reasons. It's the same thing there.
No, it's not the same thing there because
Yes, it
no,
is.
I'm about to bitch slap you with some knowledge because you have 5,000 plus friends on Facebook. You post a picture, a couple of selfies. Okay, I'm not targeting your selfies, but I'm using them as an example. You post a couple of them, and then you'll get 87 likes and about 25 comments of just like, "You're so cute, baby," and a
Right,
bunch
those
of
25
fucking
comments are
sluts
mostly-
commenting, a bunch of big titty goth girlfriends on there commenting on how you're a super smexy boy and they want to eat you up. You'll have like 85 likes and like 25 comments. I post a video that takes me 9 fucking hours to make, and I get 5 likes, 5 views, 1 like, and 1 comment, all from Alan. Which I
'Cause
love
you
Alan
know
to
how
death.
to make me feel shitty.
I'm just saying, Dylan, you can't sit here and challenge me with the numbers mean nothing when they literally mean something for you exactly.
No, you didn't even let me finish. When I say that they don't mean anything, I mean it in the way of all because those numbers are there, not that they mean anything. Literally, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to bring traction to anything.
I know that.
I do share your book stuff here and there because I
know.
just don't care to post.
Don't.
The reason why I don't promote this podcast is because of my own stupidity privacy thing. I have I guess technically an alias when it comes to most things just because of how I am. Privacy. It's the same thing with like my location for that matter, or really a lot of personal things, which is ironic considering I somewhat put myself out there.
If anyone
I'm
wants to
so
know where
private.
Dylan lives, just DM me.
Fuck off. It's selfish, really. It's not because I don't want to support or anything like that. I'm just with my own stupid personal shit.
Dylan, what I'm saying though is not that anything you post is going to get all of that traction, all that traffic, but there are eyes that see it. That's the whole point behind it. That's why people hashtag things, because it puts in a category where people who are interested in that thing will see it. It's just getting eyes. And then if one person from the 5,000 clicks on it or shares it, and then another person from them clicks on it or shares it, it's a snowball effect. Just putting the link there, even if nobody likes it, nobody shares it or anything, eyes saw it, which means there's a possibility of it snowballing. That's all I'm saying. All right, so enough of making Dylan feel like shit, because I'm almost starting to care even a little bit, which I hate, and I'm gonna kill that after this podcast. Let's make Jarl feel like shit. Jarl, you shaved your beard.
No, I didn't.
Jarl, you didn't shave your beard. How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel like more of a man than that pedal stash over there, but yeah.
Yeah, I saw that
Jesus
coming. Always
Christ.
has to be brought back to me.
Well, no. It's only the pedal stash. That's the number one thing I will always make fun of you. That's the only thing I will.
Not even a pedo stash. Back off my ass. You're the one that
All I'm
fucking sucks
No,
my
saying-
he
dick.
just wants to back into it.
All I'm saying is that Jarl No Shave November was like 2 months ago. I don't know why you still have it. I
Don't
mean,
he-
sure it's cold,
That's all
but
right. Sam,
Jesus.
he started No Shave November back in 2013. He hasn't stopped. Fuck, I keep balancing my legs on my empty trash can and I keep almost falling. There it is again. Hold on. Chris is not stable. So I want to mention real quick how I was waiting for Sam to get home because Dylan decided to update a bunch of stuff when he
Listen.
shouldn't have. But anyway,
listen.
so I was laying down in my chair watching some YouTube videos, and I PewDiePied my chair all the way back horizontal, and then I was like, oh man, I'm gonna fall asleep. So I sat up. I watched like 10 more minutes of YouTube, and I was like, man, that was a good video. I went to go lean back a little bit. My chair was still down. I almost fucking ate shit into my green screen. I almost grabbed my monitor for stability.
Oh,
I should mention.
Speaking of
No,
green,
you can hold up for 2 seconds. The reason
I haven't talked like at all.
Charles has been very quiet.
No.
it's fast. I want to explain to Chris why I downloaded other things. I downloaded SAO in case I do end up buying it. Saves me the downloads time, and Alien Isolation because I do plan on buying it at some point. It was just those 2 extra things as well as BO3 or BO4. Jarl, take it away.
Fuck you.
Take it away now.
So I went out. I bought a second desk, bought a shelf, and like my whole room scheme is different. So next time I'll be able to so whoever had watched the last PUBG stream highlights, you will see how sorry, I'm remembering what happened. But I bought a shelf and everything, so everything looks good. So if I ever choose to co-stream with Chris, I'll be able to have background of every lasting figurines and collectibles that I've purchased in my background, and instead of it being like a dirty room and a bed on the floor.
Instead of doing a bedroom tour with Plank, you'll be able to just see it.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts of the podcast? We're doing an abrupt stop because we didn't realize we've been going for about an hour. So
Yeah, if you play Resident Evil 2 and if you deal with Mr. X, don't use any of your ammo on him. I'm letting you all know ahead of time. If you use any ammo on him, you're wasting your time.
it's true. I haven't played, but I've heard. Also, I want one of my things is I want to mention that if anyone's curious as to when the podcasts get uploaded as the first schedule, the schedule is to try to get them uploaded to YouTube on Monday, and if I can get everything else to upload on Monday, the best thing about the YouTube thing is obviously I can schedule it to be uploaded on Monday, so I can upload it whenever and just have it go public on Mondays. But when it comes to Spotify and iTunes, it's a little bit slow of a process, so I'll try to do it like Sunday night to Monday, or somewhere around the Sunday-Monday range. The podcast should be available on iTunes, on Spotify, and on Podbean, and on YouTube, in all 4 of those places. So make sure you give it a follow wherever you listen to it. Share it with somebody. If you enjoyed it, comment wherever you can and let us know what you enjoyed, and maybe give some topics to talk about next time. So, Sam, anything you want to mention before you fall asleep or leave?
I'm not falling asleep,
Okay.
and to my knowledge, I don't think.
Does everyone want to apologize to Dylan?
Dylan, I love you, and I'll eat your ass out later on tonight, okay, buddy?
Thanks, babe.
Dylan,
I
am
love
sorry.
your little brother.
Sam,
I don't
fuck
know.
you.
I don't
Chris,
know why
fuck
I'm
you,
sorry.
more.
The only thing
kidding,
I
it's
should be
okay.
sorry for is the fact that I just called you little brother. But other than that, I don't think I said anything that was very hurtful to Dylan
No.
Wait,
tonight.
wait.
It's
How's that
fine.
wrong with you
So-
calling him little brother? Wait.
What? I've been calling him that since, the first day he started work, or the first day I started to work
Sam,
with
leave
him.
Sam,
D-Dog
you've-
alone. I said leave D-Dog alone.
Oh, D-Dog.
There was heartfelt moments.
D-Dog!
Yeah, I'm off. Good night.
Oh, well, there goes Dill
What a
Dill.
child.
Lovebird.
Okay.
All right, thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. We love you, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
You get your ass eaten next week. Bye.
Bye.